by the way, Wendy's came under fire last week after the company's CEO told investors on a call this month that the fast food chain would start testing dynamic pricing. That would mean the cost of food items would change based on factors like rush hour and demand. The company has since corrected the statement, saying it does not plan on raising prices for customers. But could we see other businesses try to adopt a surge pricing model? Joining us to discuss is Margaret Brown, customer experience analyst. Welcome. Good to see you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, Mary. Look forward to this discussion.
Yeah, same here. So how does unpredictable pricing impact customer behavior?
Well, first of all, look, there's certain types of scenarios where dynamic pricing or surge pricing makes sense and customers relate to it. And it turns out that, the fast food industry is not one of those scenarios where it would work. I mean, typically that scenario works when there's a limited supply of something and a lot of people are competing for it. So like Super Bowl tickets, people get it, that some prices are going to go higher. Taylor Swift tickets, people get it. But when it's something like fast food, you can go somewhere else and get fast food. And if you think about it, when all this controversy was going on, Burger King started giving away free Whoppers for 3 days if people would sign up for their app. That's the kind of thing that would happen if somebody adopted surge pricing in the fast food industry.
Yeah, so, very competitive. You make a very good point. So we see these terms a lot. What is the difference between dynamic pricing and surge pricing, or are they just the same?
Well, here's the deal. Surge pricing is a form of dynamic pricing. But it turns out that it's the form of dynamic pricing that people tend to be most accustomed to. So when people say dynamic pricing, often it's interpreted as surge pricing. And that's the faux pas that was made by Wendy's, not recognizing that often dynamic pricing and surge pricing are considered to be the same. But surge pricing is really only a subset of dynamic pricing, right? Dynamic pricing allows for going up or down, where surge pricing is up.
And this example with Wendy's didn't go over well, but how can companies avoid backlash when announcing new pricing or a change in the pricing strategy? I know you've looked into this.
Well, let me give you an example. What if the Wendy's CEO had said, hey, with our new digital menu boards, we are going to be able to do things like we could have a flash sale on Frosties. And anybody who gets a Frosty between 3 o'clock and 5 o'clock would get, a certain percentage off. Or for the next 100 cars, we are going to give a 50% discount off of the combo meals. Now, that would have gone over with the public a whole lot differently than talking about dynamic pricing using those words. But what I just described was an example of dynamic pricing. So, they really needed to work backwards from the customer when making this announcement, because that's really what customer obsession is all about. And they didn't sound too customer obsessed when they made their announcement. It sounded more like they were technology obsessed. They were excited about these new digital menu boards that they were going to introduce. And I think that was kind of where the train came off the tracks.
Yeah, using that for discounts, that definitely would work for sure. Well, it's good to see you. Thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us and explain all of this to us. We appreciate it.
Well, thank you for having me.